How often do you think about your heart health? Are you aware of the risks of cardiovascular disease? Well, let's dive into the heart of the matter. Cardiovascular diseases, encompassing coronary heart disease and stroke, claim the top spot as the leading cause of death in the United States. Particularly at risk are Blacks and Hispanics in underserved communities. It's a sobering reality, isn't it? But there's good news. Cardiovascular disease is largely preventable. Stay tuned to learn how you can keep your heart beating strong. Heart Smarts, a health program, is here to empower you to live a heart-healthy lifestyle. This program is not just about information, but about transformation. It offers a comprehensive approach to help you understand and achieve heart health. Heart Smarts is committed to reducing the incidence of cardiovascular disease, the leading cause of death in the United States. The program focuses on underserved communities where the risk of heart disease and stroke is greatest. Through education and empowerment, Heart Smarts aims to turn the tide on these statistics. It's a call to action, a call to change, a call to live healthier, longer lives. Heart Smarts is about arming you with the knowledge and tools you need to make heart-smart choices every day. It's about the power of prevention and the promise of a healthier future. Remember, Heart Smarts is not just a program, it's a life-changing journey. It's about taking control of your health, one heartbeat at a time. But don't just take our word for it. Listen to these stories from people who have benefited from Heart Smarts. Imagine being told you're at risk for heart disease, a leading cause of death in the United States. Now picture having the knowledge and tools to combat that risk head-on. For people like Maria, a single mother from an underserved community, Heart Smarts was a beacon of hope. The program informed decisions about her heart health, ultimately reducing her risk of cardiovascular diseases. And then there's John, a middle-aged man who was once a prisoner of his poor lifestyle choices. For him, Heart Smarts was not just a program, but a lifesaver. It opened his eyes to the risks he was taking and gave him the push he needed to commit to a healthier lifestyle. These are not just testimonials, they are life-changing stories. Stories of empowerment, resilience, and triumph over heart disease. These are real stories from real people who have seen the impact of Heart Smarts in their lives. Are you ready to be the next success story? Your heart health is in your hands, and with Heart Smarts, you have the power to make a difference. It's time to take that first step towards a healthier lifestyle, a step that could redefine your future. Heart Smarts is not just an ally, it's a beacon, guiding you to make informed decisions for your heart health. So why wait? The path to a healthier heart is just a click away. You'll find the link to Heart Smarts right down in the description below. Start your journey towards a healthier heart today with Heart Smarts.
What if education was not a given right, but a luxury only a few could afford? Imagine living in a world where the quest for knowledge is not a universal journey, but a path only accessible to the privileged few. For many of us, stepping into a classroom, opening a book, or simply asking questions is as natural as breathing. But in some corners of the globe, these simple acts are not entitlements but aspirations. Education, the cornerstone of personal development and societal progression, is often taken for granted. But what if it becomes a privilege, a luxury, an elusive dream? This is the reality that millions of children, particularly girls, face every day. It's a world where the thirst for learning is quenched not by the flow of knowledge, but by the harsh winds of discrimination and inequality. In this video, we delve into the remarkable journey of Malala Yousafzai, a champion for girls' education. Her story is a powerful reminder of the transformative power of education and the courage it takes to fight for it. Born on July 12, 1997 in Mingora, Pakistan, Malala Yousafzai's story begins in a world where girls' education was threatened. Malala's early life was shaped by her parents, Ziauddin Yousafzai and Torpikai Yousafzai. Her father, an educator and school owner, was a strong advocate for education, particularly for girls. He instilled in Malala an unshakable belief in the power of knowledge and the importance of standing up for one's rights. Meanwhile, her mother, though unable to read or write, supported her husband's efforts and encouraged their daughter's thirst for learning. Malala grew up amidst books and discussions about education, making her a passionate advocate from a young age. She was just 10 years old when she started to understand the value of her father's cause, and she quickly became one of its most prominent voices. However, the peaceful valley of Swat, where Malala called home, was gradually falling under the oppressive control of the Taliban. an extremist group with a distorted interpretation of Islamic law. They began to impose their harsh regime, which included the prohibition of music, the mandatory wearing of the burqa for women, and most devastatingly for Malala and many others, the banning of girls' education. The Taliban's influence expanded and their grip tightened. Schools were destroyed, teachers were threatened, and the once vibrant community of Swat was silenced. Fear was the new norm, and girls like Malala were forced to learn in secret. Their classrooms were no longer safe havens of knowledge, but potential targets for extremist violence. Despite the increasing danger, Malala refused to be silenced. She spoke out against the Taliban's oppressive regime, championing the cause of education for girls. She advocated for the right to learn, to dream, to aspire, and to live a life free from fear and oppression. Her resilience was a beacon of hope in a world shrouded in darkness. Her voice, though young, resonated with power and conviction. She was just a girl, but she had the spirit of a lioness, ready to fight for her pride. Against this backdrop of fear and oppression, a young Malala began